Before we start, quick question. Why did the MSG get kicked out of the kitchen?
Get out my room.
Because he was accused of being too seasoned. That joke had flavor. I'm Chef Dick. This is Cooked or Cap. All right, we're talking about one of the misunderstood ingredients in food history. MSG. This little white powder has caused more panic than a group of frat boys in the back room.
God, okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
And way more than actual bad cooking. Some people think MSG is dangerous. Other people put on literally everything, including popcorn.
What?
And honestly, some of y'all have been eating MSG your whole life without even realizing it. You've probably heard MSG gives you headaches, MSG is unhealthy, Chinese food has too much MSG. And for years, people treated this stuff like it was culinary urania. Uranus? No, urania. Well, either way, it could have been. MSG stands for monosodium glutamate. Sounds scary. But chemically, it's actually pretty simple. It's made from sodium and glutamic acid. Glutamic acid is a naturally occurring amino acid found in tons of foods, like tomatoes, Parmesan cheese, mushrooms, soy sauce, seaweed, and Doritos, respectively. And did you know that Doritos are extremely flammable? Another fun food fact.
Nice.
So if you have ever eaten pizza, ramen, chips, or even tomato sauce, congratulations. You and MSG already in a secret relationship. MSG works by activating glutamate receptors on your tongue. That creates the taste called umami. Umami. That deep, savory flavor that makes food taste rich, meaty, and satisfying. That's umami. And here's the crazy part. Your body already uses glutamate naturally. It's one of the most common neurotransmitters in the nervous system. So people hear MSG and think lab chemical. Meanwhile, your body's like, oh yeah, we know this guy. Now let's talk about the headache myth. Back in the 60s, a letter claimed Chinese food caused symptoms like headaches and numbness. That turned into Chinese restaurant syndrome. But decades of research have struggled to consistently prove that MSG causes problems for most people when eaten normally. Could some people be sensitive to huge amounts on an empty stomach? Absolutely. You take Advil sometimes on an empty stomach, you get a tummy ache. But that's very different from MSG is poison. And honestly, part of the MSG panic got tangled up in the anti-Asian stereotypes around Chinese food. Meanwhile, people are crushing chips, fast food, ranch seasoning, instant noodles, and frozen snacks like it's their last day on earth. Loaded with glutamates every single day. And all those are just loaded with glutamates. So somehow MSG was terrifying until it showed up in Doritos. Thank you, Doritos. Thank you, Frito-Lay. A little MSG goes a long way. Too much, food starts tasting weird and artificial. Used correctly, it boosts savory flavor without overpowering the dish.
Nice.
Think of it like bass in music. Too little, thin, not my taste. Too much, bass head chaos. But just enough, beautiful. Let's see what the Reddit and internet has to say. MSG gives me headaches.
What?
Could happen for some people in massive amounts. That's not most people. MSG is toxic.
No!
Your Parmesan cheese disagrees. I don't eat MSG.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
You absolutely do. It's in so many foods. We already stated those two. Not gonna do it again. Vegetable fried rice with MSG as the flavor enhancer. All right, we're just gonna use a little bit of olive oil. I don't like mixing eggs in a bowl. I like to get a little bit of the whites and the yolks. Yeah, takes about 1 minute to make eggs this way. So there we go. So we're just gonna put those aside. All right, now I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil and a little sesame oil for some flavor. All right, I like to combine them. I don't like to use all sesame because that's a lot of flavor. So we're just gonna start with some onion and green onions and celery. And let that cook down just for a minute or two. This is how I make fried rice at home for my kids, and it's literally their favorite dish. We have it once a week or once every 2 weeks. All right, once it's cooking down just a little bit, we're gonna hit it with a little salt and pepper, and then we're gonna hit it with the magic MSG. Don't need much. MSG is more of a flavor enhancer in this dish. Add my peas and carrots in there, the frozen ones. Okay, right now we're just building flavors up. You know, you're getting that that green onion, sweet onion, carrot, and celery cooking down, and then we're gonna add everything else here in a bit. I always want to do quick dishes. Remember the time we did the 4-hour ragu? Think that's too much ginger? Oh, I love it, but man, that's a lot of ginger. Like to this, we're gonna add some ginger paste and some garlic. A lot of people don't add garlic to this. I love garlic in fried rice. Man, this would be so much better with a wok. That's the one I was gonna walk home and get. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of Chinese cooking wine. Yeah, the aromatics from that are really good. All right, let's sit for a second. Next, we're gonna add the star of the show, 2-day-old rice. We went above and beyond. So, yeah, a little baggie of it. It was dried out. All right, so we're just gonna add all that. Beautiful. Mix that up. Like I said, this is such an easy dish for your kids, and my kids love this. They will throw some chicken on it, or just like this as a side dish, and they are going to town. This is when we start getting the complex flavors in, okay? We're gonna add a little, we use low sodium soy sauce. And add a little bit at first, because you can always add more later, okay? I like to add dark soy sauce. It's a really good flavor. It's got like a deep mushroom flavor, kind of, very earthy. And then for some umami, I'm gonna add some oyster sauce. Come on. All right. Now we're gonna stir and toss. So much easier with a wok. Now what we're gonna do is add our eggs back in. It's gonna add a little bit of oil back in because those eggs soaked up all that first bit of oil. See that dark soy sauce? It makes it really that restaurant style dark, and it adds just an extra level of flavor. All right, there we go. So let's settle it. Is MSG actually bad for you? For most people, no. No! Does the internet panic about it way more than the science supports? Absolutely. That myth is cap. So MSG is used correctly, that's cooked. So if you've been scared of MSG this whole time, you might owe fried rice an apology. Drop the next myth in the comments, and please, for the love of God, leave a comment. Ellie's won. I'm Chef Dick. Let's cook your cap. We have like 200 views on one video, but it's
Nobody comment.
one comment. All right, this is our MSG. Does the MSG make it hotter? This is our MSG fried rice. It's not too salty, but it has a ton of flavor. Because usually when you do fried rice, all the flavor comes from soy sauce.
Yeah.
But we use a lower sodium soy sauce, MSG. We use a little dark soy sauce. What else do we use? No, not hoisin. No, oyster. Oyster. Yeah, oyster. So Totally forgot what I was doing earlier. But yeah, that is a great flavor, really in depth. It's got levels, and layers. So
Not too salty.
and not too salty. So I'm sure you'll be drinking a bunch of water later. But awesome, killed it. So MSG is not bad for you. I'm not sure we really proved that, but it sure tastes good.